Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Tuesday live show. Ooh. Ooh, look at all these people over here. Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to another Tuesday show. Hold on. There you go. Welcome back, Miss M. Thank you so much for being here. Mama Nancy is in the house. Harlan, hello, sir. And the Queen of Disney is back from her Disney cruise. And she's feeling a little under the weather, but she's here. So thank you so much for being here, Miss Jen. I love you, girl. Hello, hello. And I have Escapades with Jeffy is also here. Here.
He's here. He's legit here.
He's here with me. We've been working on a project, and we're gonna do. And let me scooch.
Scoot.
And then there we go. And we're gonna do an announcement later on today for next week's show, and that's what we've been working on today.
Oh, my knee. Sorry. Okay.
Wow. So welcome back. Today we're gonna be talking about cruise hacks and tips.
Yes.
So. Look, guys.
You will be talking about the cruise hacks.
Look,
I will be.
There's a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
I do take a lot of notes, to do these shows. So, hello, Miss Donnell. I love you, girl.
Welcome in, everybody. Hello.
So yeah, there's a lot to talk about. A lot of cruise hacks, a lot of tips. I did a lot of just braining and storming. Braining and storming. That's a new one.
But you got it. Yeah.
So we're going to start because there's a lot to talk about. So we're going to start our day, cruise hacks and tips on embarkation day. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to talk about my stuff. And if you have some that works for you, put it in the comments because believe it or so, what is going on with me today? Believe it or not, believe it or not, sometimes, we might not even think about those cruise hacks and tips. So this is what I usually do on an embarkation day. If you're flying because you're coming from a different state or anything like that, please arrive a day before. Don't try to fly in on the same day because God forbid the flight gets canceled or anything like that happens. There goes your trip. Make sure that you always have travel protection just in case if you want to swing it the way that you're going to fly on the day of, because maybe you're coming from Atlanta and it's maybe an hour flight to Port Canaveral or anything like that. I leave that, guys, up to you guys, but right. I always consider traveling the day before, right?
Right. No, I agree. That's something that at least gives you peace of mind, gives you ease.
Right.
If something happens with, let's say, a flight that you're taking, that you still have a leeway and you still have some sort of buffer still to kind of like make it.
Look at Samara's trip. Look.
My tip is to book early. I mean, that is another really good one.
That is a good.
The earlier you get it, you keep paying it off. The faster you get it out of the way.
And then go and stay at Lagomar.
There you go.
I tell you, for every time Samara talks about Lagomar, I think Lagomar should give her a day stay for every time that she talks about that.
At least something.
Samara, you might want to talk to them and let them know.
Get with them, for real. Get with them.
Also, hi, Miss Jill. Thank you so much for being here. Also, make sure that boarding time, guys. Boarding time is very important. Make sure that whenever you're doing your check-in process, usually check-in process, it used to be 90 days, but now it's like either 45 to 30 days in advance.
Right.
Make sure you get a good boarding time. Make sure you adhere to your boarding time, and that way you don't have that cluster situation at the port. Most of the time, guys, believe it or not, the cruise line don't even check to see what your boarding time is. Most of the time, depending on your cruise line, just letting you know, not all cruise lines are the same.
Right.
But just adhere to your boarding time. Look, Miss Jill, I agree with Miss Jill here. She says, and travel insurance is a definite must. Yes. Life is crazy these days. I agree with you.
Yeah. She also put there that flying in the day before is only the right. So yeah, I agree with what you were saying. So we're good.
Guys, guess what this one is? Bring your own wine. And I actually have some tips for you when it comes to bring your own wine, but we're going to talk about that as we go along.
Okay.
So you could bring your own wine on your ship.
Yes.
Just keep in mind that if you open that wine inside of a main dining room, they're gonna charge you with a corkage fee. And I think it's like about $15. I don't know if it has gone up, but it used to be $15. So keep that in mind. You want to maybe open it in your stateroom and maybe fill up your cup, maybe all the way to the brim, and then you can just walk around with it and come in it with because they're not going to charge you if you bring it in.
Right.
So pack a carry-on bag with your medication, bathing suit, and an extra clothes.
Pair of clothes. I feel like that's something very important. You never know. Sometimes, it has happened to me where my luggage didn't get on time and it was already time to kind of like have dinner and I didn't have any extra clothes. So it's always good.
You put your bathing suit on?
No, thank God, because I was with my regular clothes. But it's always good to have at least an extra pair of, clothes and stuff like that. You imagine me going with my bathing suit? I'll have like a little Speedo.
No, God.
Having dinner with a little Speedo. No,
I don't think that would look great on the main dining room.
No, definitely not. They'll probably say no. I'll tell you.
Let me see. Danielle says here, not all cruises allow wine. MSC does not.
Okay.
That is very true, Danielle. MSC does not allow you to bring wine. Don't like to bring my own wine. Chances are they have wine you like on the ship. Yep,
that is very true.
And another reason to fly early so that you can purchase wine locally. That's true. And carry it on your ship. Otherwise, you have to go in your luggage and have a TSA open your luggage. That is completely true.
Good guys.
This tip, I actually learned it like maybe on my last 4 trips ago. Skip the buffet. They have other venues to choose from.
Yeah.
The buffet is not the only place where you can go have dinner. They have the main dining room open.
Right.
And then there's other places where they're complimentary lunches that you don't have to go. Like, for instance, if you go to Royal, you could go to the Solarium Bistro.
Correct.
And have your, a nice sit-down dinner there that you don't got to worry about thousands of people with their luggage laying all over the place where you're trying to find a table because people are just waiting for their rooms to come up.
That's correct.
And you have like Cafe Promenade.
Correct.
On there, you have also the one on deck 8 on Central Park. There's another kind of like I forgot what the name was.
You mean that's Central Park Cafe?
Yeah, Central Park Cafe. Just look for the different, depending on the ship that you're going, they do have other alternatives.
There are other alternatives, that is correct.
For you, so you don't just have to go to the buffet.
You could go to Guy's Burger if you're on Carnival. You got Guy's Burgers. You got the
Blue Iguana.
Blue Iguana, correct. So you got other places.
You could tell you're not a Carnival.
No, I'm not. No, definitely not. But yeah, Royal, you could go to Cafe Promenade. Definitely Sorrento's is also another option.
Yep.
So there's other places that you could go besides the buffet. I definitely do agree and definitely recommend that.
Also, put your phone on airplane mode and make sure that your Wi-Fi is on, because you can actually use your Wi-Fi using the Wi-Fi on your ship. You can use your Wi-Fi on your phone. It doesn't work like unless you have a Wi-Fi package, then you can be able to use your instant messenger and stuff like that. But it'll work for other things with the free Wi-Fi that the ship provides for you.
Right.
So make sure that, because you don't want to rack up a bill and then you come back and you're thinking, oh my God, and you didn't put your phone on airplane mode. So that's another information. Make sure you book your Wi-Fi and your drink package online, because when you get on board, you can sometimes pay up to 10% more than if you were to book it online. And depending on the cruise line you are working with, you sometimes get, I saw Royal not so long ago, they had the buy one, get one drink package, like buy one, get the other one half off.
Half off. That's
and that's a really good deal if you think about it.
Yeah.
So
sometimes they try to make it seem like you're getting a really good deal on the ship. Oh, like last minute, get it today, then tomorrow it'll be higher the price. That's not always the case. I do definitely recommend, like you said, buying it ahead of time. Some sales, they say, oh, we got it. It's kind of sort of the same price, but definitely take advantage of it.
Right. Also, the other tip that I have for you goes print your luggage tags, but not just print them. Go on Amazon, buy the little luggage tags holder.
Those are the best.
Yeah, because you don't want it God forbid that you put and you stick it up with one of those stapler thing and the paper breaks.
The paper breaks.
Then guess what? Your luggage is going to end up in guest services.
It could rain and it could wash out because the print, the actual like how you print it, it could wash out. The paper could break. Yeah. So I always recommend definitely buying one of those. That is
definitely,
and they're non-expensive. I mean, it's like what, $8 for a pack of 10, maybe.
I think so. Yeah, so, they don't cost a whole lot.
Just make sure that you are getting the correct one because different cruise lines, for example, the Carnival ones tend to be a little bit more thicker. They tend to be a little bit more wider, and the Royal Caribbean and the Celebrity tend to be a little bit more slimmer. So just make sure that you're purchasing.
Yeah, there's one that is universal kind of for all of them. Okay, this other one is something that I heard from another person that told me this, and I never even thought about this. When you're traveling, especially if you're traveling, let's say with your husband, obviously I don't think that I would do that with, maybe if I travel with you, that kind of be weird. But if you're traveling with your husband or your kids,
you are traveling with me. We are traveling.
No, but what I'm about to say, you'd be like, what?
Okay, let's see.
All right, so make sure, because you never know what's going to happen with your luggage, guys. Make sure that you put like a couple of sets of clothes, maybe 2 or 3 sets of clothes in maybe your husband's bag and maybe his on your bag or on your kids, just in case if a luggage gets stolen or lost. At least you have something.
You mean interchange? You mean interchange? So interchange some sort of I don't know.
Like if you and I are traveling together, I will put some of my clothes with you and some of your clothes with mine, just in case if something were to happen.
We at least have clothes. We at least
have something
which falls into kind of like same situation with having the carry-on with clothes, just in case. So,
So I thought about it. I said, somebody told me, I said, you know what? I never thought about that kind of stuff. I wonder if I'm going to do that in Ascent when we go next month.
Well, definitely not with me. So yeah, probably do it with Martine. Yeah, that'll work. I'm screwed because I'm by myself. So there you go. Oh well.
I don't know what you.
Who am I going to give my pair of underwear to? Like what? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Miss Joe says, I separate my clothing between 2 suitcases. I also put next day clothes in my carry-on so that at least I have an extra pair of clothes. There you guys.
Awesome.
Look at that. Look at 1, 2, 3, cha. Oh, look at Harlan. That's how my wife and I packed. Look
there you
go. See, Mr.
Wonderful.
Harlan
was ahead of.
He was ahead of the ball game.
Was ahead. There you go.
Okay, so these are some cruise essential kind of things that I think that are good. I don't think that everybody uses them, but this is what we use. We have magnet hooks, which are right here.
Oh, she got them ready.
These are the magnet hooks that I got. I use them for different things. Pack a tote bag, just in case if you're getting off the ports and you need something that you want to put because you're shopping, you have a place where you can put them. Ziploc bags. And I don't know, I don't know which blogger not so long ago was talking about Ziploc bags. I know I heard it somewhere recently where people were using the Ziploc bags to put in the cereal.
Oh, to put food. Yeah. Like to put like something, at least like something.
But they were doing it so they can take it off the cruise.
Yeah. So like in a short excursion or anything.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's not a bad idea.
Never thought about something like that.
Yeah.
A pop-up hamper. Hello, Hatbox Ghost. How you doing today? Well, hello. Thank you so much for being here. A pop-up hamper, a fan. My daughter brings a fan every single time. A travel adapter and towel clips. But guys, when it comes to the towel clips, please don't use them just to hack the chairs from, and leave them there for 20 hours because you decided you want to come to the pool.
Correct.
Like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you just woke up at 5 and put your towel there.
Towels. I mean, they stopped doing that. They're taking them down definitely. But yeah.
Okay. And now these are going to be money saving hacks and tips. And this is coming from a TA person. Make sure you're flexible on your dates when you're booking your cruise, because that will save you a whole lot of money if you have flexible days. Also, flexibility on cabins, because sometimes you want to either maybe go guarantee and you save some money on guarantee. Sometimes guarantee cabins can save you anywhere between $200 to $300.
Okay, you're talking about, I got confused for a minute. Sorry. You're talking about like prior, like when you're ready to book. Okay, I thought it was like saving money.
Saving.
How am I saving money on this cruise? What are we doing? But you mean like prior, like things
prior
that you can do.
Okay, got it. I'm sorry.
No,
so prior to you booking this cruise that you're going on, have flexibility on dates, because that will help you save some money. Flexibility on cabins.
Right.
Maybe book a guarantee, because like I said, it'll probably save you a couple of $200-$300 on guarantee.
Yes.
Always use a travel agent. That will be where I come from.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No
pun intended.
No, but it's true. I mean, I agree. They could definitely look stuff up for you. That's the whole point of having a travel agent.
Whole point.
They could help you get these how do you call this? The groups or something that they could get you in for a better price. You did mention something that I was going to be like, yeah, that's true, and now I forgot. Oh, well.
Look, Miss Jill says guarantee category DCO really does save money, and we got an upgrade on the Wish and got good cabin on the Treasure.
There
you
Look go.
At that. There you go.
It works. And in my case, my birthday falls always for Thanksgiving. And it's a hassle because Thanksgiving prices are really high for flights and cruises. So I try to travel either after Thanksgiving, which is the beginning of December, maybe end of November, when Thanksgiving has gone down, that I know prices will be a little bit cheaper because it's after the fact. So those are things to kind of like keep in mind, which is what you were saying as thinking of outside the box.
And also, guys, when I say try to book with a TA, I'm going to give you guys a sample. And I was talking to Jeffy before the show. I had a customer call me 2 days ago, and she booked this cruise a year and a half ago, non-refundable deposit. And she calls me, she goes, I'm getting married on the same week I booked the cruise. So she was going to lose her deposit completely, but because she did it with me, I was able to talk to Royal, get an approval for her to move it as, without the penalty fee. And then we were able to move it. So now she's moved it to next year. So that's the good stuff about doing it with a travel agent. We do have a lot of resources, a lot of people that we know.
Right.
So just keep that in mind for your future. If that's something that you're looking to do, then you can always call me.
Yep.
We already talked about the corkage fee. AARP members, guys, this is a big one. I know that you can use it with Royal, with Celebrity, and I believe Princess. I don't know if Carnival is still doing it, but you can get the AARP gift cards, and you can save some money, which that's the tips. And that's a really good hack to save some money on your cruise, because if you buy a $500 gift certificate and you're just paying $450, you're saving like about $50. And if you're buying like $2,000 worth, you're saving $200 off your cruise. So that's not bad. I agree with the cruise dates. Not anymore, probably, but beginning the Monday after Thanksgiving was the slowest week of the year. There you go.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind that if you don't have an AARP membership, maybe you want to get one, because that will save you some money. Let me see. Hold on. Apply for status match, because that will also help you. Not every cruise line has it, but maybe check the ones. I know MSC has it, Royal has it with Celebrity. And Silver Seas. Carnival has it with Princess and all of their stuff. So just make sure. I know that with MSC is kind of like a little bit better, because you can bring everybody else outside. They're
like friendlier.
They just say, you know what, we don't
care. We're ready.
We do not discriminate. Bring it on.
Yeah, they're trying to. I mean, I think that's really good for them, because I feel like they're trying to establish themselves in this market.
And people like it. People like it.
Yeah.
Also, if you're gonna be booking this on your own, don't forget to price check your cruise for a lower price. Make sure that when you're price checking, you're looking at the same cabin type, same cabin category, because some people get so, with their hands real quick. And they're like,
clickety happy.
$500 cheaper. And next thing you know, it's not even the cabin that you're in.
Right.
Make sure that it's the same category, the same exact type of cabin. And if you do find that the price went down, if you're working on your own, then call your cruise line and say, hey, my price went down. I need a price. Just keep in mind, it has to be done before final payment.
I was going to say that. Yep.
Before final payment. And there are cases, depending on the cruise line, where you can actually do it after final payment, but they won't refund you. They can either do an OBC, which is an onboard credit, or they can bump you up on a cabin just to bring you kind of like to that same level. Let me see. Yes, for Disneyland, the week after Thanksgiving is the less hectic week. Okay.
It was going back to what I was saying.
Hey, John, how are you? Hey, Jackie, just want to say hello. Not that you're far from you. We're in Orlando, Florida. I
Nice.
enjoy your program. Catch you later. Hello, and have a good
Right.
time in Florida, Mr. John. Thank you so much for coming and saying hello. Okay, these are something for like clothes hacks. So I put them in different category. So these are just like for clothing. Make sure that, because, you can bring an iron or anything like that. And if you want to save some money, instead of having to put everything in a bag and have the cruise line either iron it for you or anything like that, bring the Downy Wrinkle Release.
Yes. Best thing ever.
See, there you have
Best
it.
thing ever. I mean, I use it. I iron my clothes with the cruise line always, but that Downy wrinkle thingy, that's
the wrinkle thing.
yeah, the wrinkle thingy. That thing is the bomb.com. Very good. Use it. Yes, very good.
Okay, bring a hair straightener, ladies, because you can use your. And I actually did that. I actually used this. This is I put it here because I used it and it worked.
To be like a flat iron.
Hi, Javier. How are you, sir? Bring a hair straightener because you can actually use it as an iron. You can iron your clothes, at least take off some of the wrinkles. It's not all of the wrinkles, but at least some of your wrinkles will come up. So that's something for you guys to have. Let me see.
Talking about clothes, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, don't forget theme nights, guys.
Yep.
You have the white night, the 80s party, all sorts of different things. So make sure you bring clothing, so that you can dress all in white or in theme, depending on the theme. Or unless you're going with a group, make sure if they're doing a specific theme, make sure you bring your clothes for that. Now, this one I thought about it, and I think it's a really good idea, an insulated water bottle.
Yes.
I think everybody, I'm not going to be bringing that on to Rome because it takes space on our luggage.
I mean, you didn't need to take a big one. You could just take something similar to this. It doesn't need to be.
You don't think that's big?
I think this is kind of, I mean, it should fit in a pocket, no?
I don't know. Well, insulated bottled water, because at least you'll have something where you can put your drink.
I mean, it's not a big Stanley one, I guess. That's where I'm coming at. It's not like one of those big ones.
At least you have something to put your water.
You could put water in. I do agree. I didn't think about that, but you're absolutely right. Because, yeah, I didn't think about that. That's really cool.
Look at Joe. That's why I need the extra suitcase, all the theming.
Oh my God.
I tell you, especially if you're going on Disney, because I know that Disney has what? They have the pirate evening and who knows what other stuff on Disney. I remember the pirate one more than anybody.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I bring collapsible cups. Ooh, great for really filling up the ice cream. Ice cream on the cruise ship. Yep. Most get a cone. And it's melting 15. That is very true.
Yep. I normally
that is very true.
I agree. Yeah.
I love the lookout, but the walk was so long. Man, that lookout at Lighthouse Point. Did I say it right? I think that's what it's called. Because this is a huge name. It's like 3 miles long. It's not 3 miles, but it feels like 3 miles.
It's a walk.
You could always get insulated water bottle in the ship. There you go.
That's true.
That's a good one.
So look at you guys coming in with good hacks. I love it.
All right. So we're going to go with guest services now, guys. This is something that if you didn't know, sometimes, you get on the ship and you're like, oh, I need to go to guest services. Guys, don't do it because the line is going to be wrapped around. Wait till later in the evening. Wait till later in the evening when there's no line and you can actually take care of your business and everything. Enjoy your day,
You mean embarkation day?
On embarkation day,
Definitely don't. Yeah. There's people who automatically want to go and do stuff. I'm like, why? And
I know.
There's a long line.
You have enough time.
And they're open 24 hours. So
well, unless it's something extreme,
right.
That maybe you didn't find your luggage. And if you're new at it, you're probably like, you have to get on that line. Hi, Miss Judy. Hello. How are you, my love? Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Don't forget, guys, the Sea Day brunch.
Oh, yes.
Sea Day brunch in the main dining room is a must. And there's also, depending on the type of ships that you go, they have Sea Day brunch. They have tea time. Guys, the only thing on Carnival, tea time is $4.
You have to pay, yeah.
But some of the places like Princess, you don't pay for tea time and stuff like that. Also, for the people that work, like the crew members and stuff like that, write a thank you note. If the crew member has gone above and beyond their service, they enjoy that kind of stuff. I'm the type of person, guys, I have to put my thing now because this is going to be like, I'm the type of person that I always try to take care of the crew members. especially my cabin stewardess, because he's the one cleaning my room and stuff like that.
Right.
And every port that I go, I always ask them, hey, do you need anything? Because I know that half of these people can get off the ship like every day. And I always ask, do you need anything? Maybe some snacks, whatever, let me know. I'll pick them up. There's no need for you to pay me anything back or whatever. Do something a little special if you can. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars, but at least something that you can at least say thank you to them, because they do work a lot of hours, more hours than you would probably think.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. And that's kind of true. I tip them, like, I'm like, thank you. I always leave a note, like you say.
Yeah.
I take notes. Like you could go to the Dollar Tree and buy these little notepads, that I always like, thank you for everything, blah, blah, blah. And then I put a tip in there for them most of the times, when they first show up. It's like, oh, maybe you stewardess. I'm like, well, thank you. And that's pretty much it. So I didn't think about that.
I did something one time, and I had I left you a thank you. I said I put a thank you. I had extra money that I had that I was not going to use, and I did the word thank you with money, and I just left it there with a little nice note, because that dude went above and beyond for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have his name written down, and I do follow him on Facebook. He was so very kind. I remember we were traveling with Jaden and Sophie, and because Sophie likes to go around the ship and all of that stuff, and he will always make sure that Sophie made it on time, and all of that stuff. And he was really, really super cool with us. So we left him a really nice tip, and he went above and beyond. And it was because I think was for her 15th birthday.
Okay.
We were in different cabins, and he knew, so I give him a whole bunch of stuff, and then he would prepare it on her room. So he did a whole lot of stuff for us. So I just wanted to say thank you and something different. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that.
No, sometimes they, tipping is good, but sometimes what they prefer? Those shout outs when you do the surveys at the end of the cruise. If you have a person that you remember their name, that you remember, like, who was it? Write it down, say this person did amazing, went above and beyond, help me. They recognize them, and they love that very, very much.
Look at Miss Judy. She says, I make my thank you notes with extra gratuities. However, I like asking if they need anything while in port.
And I didn't think about that until you mentioned it. And I agree. I feel like that's something that's really nice.
Yeah, because I remember one time we were on Carnival. I think it was the Mardi Gras, and it was during COVID. And they couldn't get off the ships.
Right.
And our cabin steward was Hispanic, and he's like, I need some Tylenol, but I can get off the ship. And when we got off in port in San Juan, there's a Walgreens across the street. Yeah. So we bought him, a whole big bottle, like the biggest bottle I found of Tylenol, and I got him some candy and stuff. And I did like a little thing, and I gave it to him. He was very thankful for that. It's the little things that you do that counts, because these people, I know sometimes you can get upset because maybe your room is not tidy enough or whatever, but these people work so many hours in a day that it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to change our situation here, because these hacks came from some people that sent me some information, and I never actually thought of even doing this on a cruise. But here we go, guys.
All right, bring it on.
For those of you that bring wine, listen good. If you bring a bottle of wine and you want to make your own sangria on a cruise ship.
Oh, I like sangria.
There we go. So if you want to make your own sangria, you bring your own bottle of wine. You actually have to bring some plastic container, because you got to put everything together. You got to mix everything, right? So you're going to bring like a little pitcher.
Some Tupperware pitcher or something.
Because it fits inside of your little refrigerator. You can go to the buffet, get your fruits from there.
Right. Oh, right.
I bet you never thought about it.
Now I may do this. I don't know. Okay.
So you get your fruit from the buffet, and then you pick that up. You can get like either the juice, like maybe some orange juice or some cranberry juice, whatever that you want to, maybe a Sprite that you want to pick up. And then you blend it all together. You put it all together, and you let it marinate for 24 hours.
Right.
And then you have your own sangria.
There you go. So what you do is on that first day,
they're gonna
you get your fruit. On that first day, you get your fruit, and then the next day you drink it. There you go.
There you go. But that's pretty cool.
No, but it's really, you know what? Yeah, I like that idea.
I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of something like this?
I don't know, because I used to drink those peach sangrias.
Look at Ev. Ev is like, wait a minute, I never thought about this.
There you go. Nobody, neither have I. I'm telling you.
So there you go. You can bring, because think about it. They let you bring the wine, so you can build your own sangria on the ship.
On the ship, right?
There you go. You guys have it.
Learning.
Now, if you are a person that brings your own, been there, done that. Look at Miss Judy. Miss Judy's like, I'm a vet on this one.
She got it. She's like, I'm ahead of you guys. Nah. All right.
Look at this. Look at, I'm ready to book it real good.
There you go.
Okay. So if you guys bring your own soft drinks, or maybe you can pick up one from the bar because it's only going to cost you like $2 and something, you could build your own floats, guys.
Oh.
I bet you never thought about that.
But no, of course not. So yeah.
So you can do your own Coke
right? Because then you just grab your Coke and then you have the ice cream.
Or your Dr. or your root beer.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's another hack.
Very nice.
I tell you, my customers come up with all sorts of stuff. When I talk to them, I was like, "Hey, is there something that you do?" Oh, I do the sangria, and I'm like,
that
what?
Sangria one that one's really good. Yeah.
So you can do a Coke float.
Okay.
Let me see. And these are some cabin hacks that I have found. Now we're going to talk about the cabin hacks.
Yep.
I did if you're into the ice cream situation, guys, you can bring your own waffle cones. You could order them. You could get them at Walmart or Target.
You mean
they come in a little box?
Okay.
They're the actual bigger waffle cones, not the little ones, like the bigger waffle cones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want, you can put in your own ice cream on the waffle cone, and they do have like sprinkles and different things like that. And you can build your own like little sundae waffle cone.
There you go.
People would look at you like, how did she get that?
Where the hell that come from? Like, well, I learned this from traveling with Tinkerbell.
Oh my God. So cruise cabin hacks, guys.
Okay.
You can ask for a mattress topper. So bet you didn't know that. Look, you can ask for a mattress topper.
Okay.
If you're working with a TA, you can always, when you're booking, make sure you let your TA know that you need a mattress topper, and we can request that for you.
Okay.
You can ask for extra hangers to hang your clothes. Guys, this one, I've known about this, but never like the way I was told about it. If you stay over the night at a hotel before you go cruising, they give you like the key cards. Sometimes they give you 2 or 3, depending on how many you need. You can keep one of those key cards, and then you can slip it into the light. Yeah. And that way you don't have to worry about putting your own card on there. You could just leave that one in. So that was a cruise hack.
Yeah, my steward once did that for me. He already had an extra card and he slipped it in. It's like, yeah, there you go. I'm like, oh, thank you.
You can bring a waffle cone on board. That's food. Yes, you can. You can, because it's sealed and it's going inside of your carry-on. Yeah, you can.
You could do it because it's sealed. That's where you're coming from. Because
it's sealed and it's not. It's an. So
it's like a snack. So let's say like those little snacks. Or a chip or bag of chips.
You put it in your carry-on bag and you bring it in. Okay. And you'd be surprised, because when we went to Puerto Rico, I brought and Danielle and Jen are here. My dad got us some empanadas, and we brought them on board with no problems.
Were able to?
Yeah.
Holy shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, my daughter needed to eat her empanadas.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so this one is battery power lights. I don't know why we look so dark. Battery power lights, and I don't know, because I fixed the light up there. Okay. So make sure you bring battery powered lights for those of you that need a little bit of lighting in the room and you don't want to like fall over, especially those people that are staying in interior cabins that are pitch black. Right. Make sure you bring those. Bring snacks. You could bring snacks. Like M&Ms and things like that. You can bring them in your carry-on bag.
Well, I think because for my mom's birthday, I had like a little baggie with stuff. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you can bring snacks. That way, if you're wanting to snack, you're not wasting $3 or $5 on a packet of M&Ms on board, because they're more expensive. Right. Believe it or not. This one, I was thinking about the kids, guys. If you're traveling with your children, make sure that on embarkation, you go to the kids embarkation club, because you want to make sure you go to the club on that day and make sure you check in. the area where your kids are going to have a good time. Make sure you check them in. I know that with Carnival, you're able to check them in before when you're doing your online check-in, but it's also good as a parent to see where your kids are going to be and what they're going to be doing and how does the place look and stuff like that. So make sure you feel free to check that out. If you're feeling seasick, the one thing that you can eat that will help you is the green apple.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Okay. Make sure you eat green apples.
Make sure you like green apples.
Or you have a, you have a little patch, or take Bonine.
Or Dramamine.
Or Dramamine. But make sure you do the non-drowsy.
Correct.
On there. Let me see. What else? I think are we done? Oh my God. We went through all of it. Man, I went through 4 pages.
You went through all of it?
Jeez, that was fast. So yeah, so those are my cruise, because I just, I didn't want to take the whole hour because I wanted to open it up to the floor to see what else they have.
Right.
But yeah, those are my cruise hacks and tips for you guys. And I just want to say thank you to some of my clients that actually helped me with this, because I always ask questions and some of them send me stuff. And I sometimes get IMs from other people. So I put all this list together. Now, now is a good time to do the announcement for next Tuesday. And it's going to be very important that you come back next Tuesday, because next Tuesday, I'm going to have my business development manager for Carnival Cruise Line. Sydney will be here with us.
Sydney. And
if you are a cruise, you cruise on Carnival, she will be the person to ask anything you want. So Sydney, if you're looking at my show today, be prepared, girl.
Sydney's super nice. She's super cool. I met her and she is just amazing. Yeah.
So she's going to be with us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. So if you have a friend or a family that might be going on a Carnival cruise, and that might be the time where they might want to come here and join us here live with her. She's going to be, you can ask her anything you want. She's going to be here. We're going to ask her some questions. We're going to talk about the brand. It's going to be Carnival, of course.
Right.
And we're going to be talking about all Carnival. And she's super cool, super sweet, an amazing person. She helps me a lot with all of my stuff. And I'm looking forward to having her here with us next week.
Yes.
So make sure you let everybody know that we're going to have a Carnival business development manager here. Right. And then eventually I'm working with MSC Cruises, and I'm also working with Royal Caribbean. Our business manager, I said they're super busy that it's very hard to align something at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. But Sydney was able to do it this coming week. And I know that I'm going to be working with MSC and Royal, and then eventually Celebrity and everybody, so that you guys can meet all of my staff behind the scenes.
The people who actually help.
The people that make
push through and make stuff happen.
People that make, they're like my pixie dust. They make the magic happen.
There you go. That is a good way to put it.
Whenever you're in need, those are the people that are.
Whenever she tries to resolve it, she can't, then that's where she goes. That's our next step. Like, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to have her here next week. And we're going to talk everything about Carnival. I'm not sure she's going to give out all the secret deets.
Maybe not.
Maybe 1 or 2. I don't know.
Yeah, you could ask her, see what she brings. Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be super cool having her here. So if you have any of your own travel hacks or tips that you guys want to share with us, put them down in the comments and let's talk about them, because we have so many great ideas. There's so many different things.
Right now, we're getting ready for our cruise in June, and part of it is prepping. What do we use? We were talking about suitcases. We were trying to get our suitcase situation ready. We're trying to figure out what clothes do we want to take, how many shoes, what pair of shoes are we taking.
I know.
The way that I normally do it is when it comes to clothes, and this was something we were literally talking about a few hours ago. I try to match, because I feel like shoes tend to be bulky, especially like sneakers and stuff.
Right.
So I try to take at least one pair of sneakers where I could mix and match with all my clothes. So to me, that makes logical sense to have a pair of shoes that I can, like all my different clothes can mix and match with that pair of shoes. And then I'll take a pair of shoes, like a dress up pair of shoes. So that way, when I'm dressing up, I have these, this clothes with this. So
he's bougie. He just wants to be all
no, I want to make sure, like, for example, because it has happened. Like, if I have a shirt that I know matches with these pants, but it stains, and I'm like, oh no, I have a stain. Besides Shout, I take Shout everywhere. If you guys buy those Shout packets,
oh my God,
those things are amazing. Those are lifesavers. Those are a good hack.
Are you gonna be coming to my room and ask for the straightener to straighten your clothes to iron it?
Yeah, probably, because I'll have my wrinkle, my Donnie wrinkle thingy. But but for real, these are things that you don't think about, like hacks like that. Like I would say definitely take Tylenol, definitely take Advil, like these little packets. It doesn't need to be too crazy. Take Tums, because these are foods that are made with different types of condiments and stuff that not everybody is used to.
Right. Especially when you're going like in a different country altogether.
Correct. Pepto-Bismol, the tablets. You don't need to even take the liquid. Take the tablets. The tablets work.
Right.
Maybe Dramamine. Anything that you think that you may need. Definitely hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Have a little hand sanitizer.
Benadryl spray. I always have Benadryl spray because if something happens, you can, just spray it on yourself and it helps you out.
Yeah, definitely. So there's like everything, other things that I think about, like when I travel. These are things besides the mix and match of clothes, like you did mention, the having clothes in your carry-on, having clothes with you, their passport, very important. Yes.
Are we taking a direct flight? No, we're going from Miami to Lisbon to Rome.
Yes. So what else?
But it was, when you're talking about the luggage, the other day Jeffy came over and because I bought this luggage carrier for my SUV.
Because mind you, it's 5 of us, and each one has actual
two luggages.
So it'll be our normal suitcase and a carry-on plus a personal item. And we're talking about 5 people in one SUV, so it's 2 pieces of luggage per person. So that's 10.
That's 15 altogether.
Right, because we have our personal items as well. So we were kind of like, how are we going to put all this stuff in the backseat? Because we're going to be in the backseat in the trunk. So you ended up buying.
We bought I forgot what the name it is. Let me see if I can find it here real quick for you guys. But actually, it works. Mm-hmm. It works really good.
I think I took pictures.
And everything actually fits perfectly.
It did. So it's one of these things that goes on top of the SUV, like on the rack. I think that's the best way to describe it. Where it's
called a heavy duty waterproof roof bag.
There you go. It's like a pouch, yeah.
And it's called. Hold on.
So what we did,
it's called Bagmate.
There you go. We try to put all these together. That's part of it, right there.
Yeah, it's called Bagmate. Mm-hmm. If you're interested in. And the extra large is a 23 cubic feet, and the pricing on that one is $139.90. That one fits 8 luggages, and as you can see from the picture, we put all of the luggage that we needed to put, and we still have enough room.
We still had some space extra
to put whatever extra stuff we needed to put on there.
Yeah.
So if you're looking into something like that, make sure that if you don't have something like that, I didn't think it was a lot of money, like $140 for it, but it's waterproof as well.
And you're thinking about the future too. Like we're just using it now, but you never know, maybe later
down the road,
if you're gonna need it. It's really good material, actually. Like when we felt it, when we looked at it, when we put it out, it was really
Look at Miss Judy. I traveled with one international size carry-on and a personal item. Miss Judy.
That's good. I want to know those tips. That's really good. What do you use? What do you use? The compression?
Maybe she gets the
compression bags. Like,
but the problem is how you get. I guess you got to take the little vacuum sealer with you.
Well, some of them now, some of the ones that are being sold now are already automatically compressed. All you need to do is just open them and they.
Yeah, but what about when you put the clothes back in to come back?
You just press it in. So you push on it and it blows out, and the air doesn't come back in.
I didn't think
I've
about
seen
that.
Those are good.
I didn't think about that.
I'm about to look those up.
I think Sophie's gonna need some of those. But that's how we're getting ready. So we bought that, and we're gonna fit all 15 luggages and stuff there. With no problems. So guys, one thing that when you're going, I guess, to Europe, and if you're not maybe thinking about it, it's excursions, guys. You can spend thousands in excursions.
It happens quick.
And the travel hack that I have for that, always look for the source where you're going to go, the actual source. Be very careful buying outside from there, because sometimes you'd be surprised. You don't want to pay all this money and then you get over there and there's no excursion for you.
Definitely.
So
definitely,
I think we went with Get Your Guide.
We did go with Get Your Guide. That was the majority of our excursions that we did that were not part of the cruise per se.
And thank you, Jen and Donnell, for that tip.
Right.
That was a Jen and Donnell tip because they actually been over there. They used them. So I trusted that.
It was something that we
went with that.
So Jackie specifically felt comfortable using them.
Right.
And we went, so.
Now, I will say something because I had this situation last week and I even called Jen for help. And if you're purchasing tickets, if you're going to Barcelona and you're purchasing tickets for La Sagrada Familia, your credit card ain't going to work in their system. It ain't going to work because we try a Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Amex. You don't understand. I ended up calling Donnell and everybody trying to look for, I'll send you the money.
Right.
Just purchased it and it didn't work.
It didn't go through. And you called.
Hello, Controversial Cruising. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome in.
By the way, Scott, next week I'm going to have a business development manager for Carnival. So if you want to come back next week, she will be here. If you want to have some questions or anything like that, Carnival related, she's going to be here with us. I will let CCA know later on that, just because I know they love Carnival. So just in case if they want to come. But yeah, if you're buying tickets from them, you would have to buy it from an outside source. So I bought it from Get Your Guide's tickets. I paid a little bit more.
Yes.
For the tickets, but least
it was guaranteed, and we knew that we had it. Correct. So, because the majority of the stuff we did get through Get Your Guide, so we were already feeling comfortable and using them without a problem. So we decided to do that. I mean, you ended up calling actually.
Oh, I called.
She called Spain. She ended up calling because there was nothing in the website. There was nothing that said we don't use American.
No, because it said Visa, Amex, MasterCard, Discover. And every time I put in my credit card, it was saying that I needed a second authorization. Correct. Something. And then to call my bank. So I called Chase and they're like, no, we don't see anything. I don't know where to give you the authorization code that they need. And it was just a waste of time back and forth with the Sagrada over there, the customer service, and us over here. Right. So I just went with Get Your Guides and we just bought it through them.
We did it through them, right? But, so I mean, it's just little things like that. If you don't,
Oh, look at this question. Are you going to Disneyland in Paris?
Well, yeah, we are. Yes, we are, because somebody over here needs to go to,
Yes,
Disney in Paris. If we're going, might as well, right?
We're going to Disneyland. We're going to go check out, we have to.
Yeah.
And guys, I was talking to Jeffy because, Emily in Paris was filmed obviously in Paris. Yep. And I said, we have to put it in the agenda. At least I want to go check it out. They're actually like a couple of streets behind us. And I didn't even know.
There are a few streets down from where we're actually staying. And we're like, oh, wow. Okay.
So we're going to go check that out.
We're going to take a few pictures around that area.
It's going to be a lot of vlogging. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot. I actually bought a 1 terabyte SIM card. Is that what it's called?
The SIM card, yeah.
And just for this trip.
For this trip.
And I think, maybe we don't use the whole thing. I don't know. But I bought a 1 terabyte.
I feel like we are, because it fills up like that. Like, you never know. It's suddenly like, boom.
I can't believe it's like a month from today, guys. We will be
embarking Celebrity Ascent. Yeah. But yeah, what other hacks we have? Like, what else we have?
Let me think. Out of the bat, and the only reason why I have a carry-on, just so that you guys know, I am a travel agent, so I have to bring my laptop and all my gear, my cameras, and all of that stuff. So that's the reason why I'm bringing a carry-on and a suitcase. So I always, no matter where I go, I always carry 2 things with me. Are you doing a hotel stay before you? Yes, we are going to be there 2 days, right?
Where?
In Rome.
Yeah, so we're
flying out on the 3rd.
We fly out from Miami on the 3rd. We land on the 4th in Rome around 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And then we are staying the 4th, the 5th, and then on the 6th we get on the ship and we leave.
Right.
So we are staying in Rome for a few days. We are, we have the Colosseum.
We got the Colosseum.
We have the
Vatican.
now with
the Pantheon.
We have a few things going on.
The Fountain of Trevi.
The Trevi Fountain. So
and whatever else we can find over there.
Oh, we have a hop on, hop off.
That's right, on the first day.
On the first day. So we're going to be doing a few things. We're kind of excited,
Yeah.
And then after that, we get on the ship. On the ship, we go to Sicily. We go to Florence. We go to Pisa.
Yeah.
We go to France. We stop at Cannes, France.
We stop at Cannes.
And then we do Palma de Mallorca.
Right. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. And then we end up in Barcelona. So our trip ends in Barcelona. And then in Barcelona would be maybe a half a day or a full
half
day.
A day, yeah.
Because we fly out that same night to Paris. And then in Paris, we stay for a few extra days. And then that's when
we come back home.
Yep. But
that's
excited.
Gonna be sad.
I know. But yeah, we're excited.
So yeah, well, if you're traveling, one of the travel hacks that I'm right now currently doing is trying to download movies into my iPad.
Yeah, since it's a long flight.
I probably more than likely, if I have Wi-Fi, I'm probably going to be working if I have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what probably I'll do to catch up on everything that's going on. I'm going to try my best to leave everything work related. Completed and done, like final payments and things like that, because my customers always come first. But I also want to take the time on this trip to kind of like relax and take it all in, because I've never been.
Right.
So I'm right now talking with my office as well. I'm going to have a meeting next week to talk about that, how all of that's going to work out. Because I'm going to try to take a little vacation. I haven't done it in almost 5 years that I've been doing travel agent work. So I'm going to try, but I know that there's going to be things that I'm going to have to get done no matter what.
Right. Harlan put there, if you notice, always get excursions via cruise line. Unless you have been there before. That I agree. Yep. We did that. The majority, the only one that we did not do was Palma de Mallorca. We decided to do that one on our own because we kind of like seeped through, saw what they had. And we were like, you know what? I think we could do this on our own without any problems. But the majority of our excursions are through the cruise line. So we wanted to make sure, because in this particular cruise, the excursions are long.
They're like 7 hours.
The places that we visit are not like around the port. It's not like you could ride around the port. No, these are like 2 hours away, or 1 hour and a half away. So you have to kind of like.
I'm still upset that I'm not going to go to Pompeii.
No, I know. I'm actually.
He was over here. Oh my God!
I was excited about Sicily.
Sicily, and I'm like looking at him like.
I totally ditched the whole Pompeii thing. So maybe next time, maybe on our next cruise we'll go to Pompeii.
That's right. The next one. Yeah. Look at Jen. Jen's like, yep, you should, but call me in a few to make my final payment. Oh my God, I love you, girl. But yeah, so if you have questions for me, like for the Europe trip, something that maybe you want to see, I'm going to see if I could put what excursions we're taking and different things like that. We will be traveling on the Celebrity Ascent. If there's something that you want to see on the ship, I will be doing a ship tour. Actually, we do have a ship tour on Celebrity Ascent.
You do.
That I think about it.
You do. Because
so maybe we'll just do what we did with Celebration, where
like
we bring an updated.
Like an updated. Or
just in case, because sometimes little things change.
Yeah.
So thank God that I don't got to do a ship tour now that I think about it.
I may need to do one.
Well, that's you. But yeah, I'll definitely probably do like an update version maybe for you guys.
Yeah.
But if there's something that you want to know, something that you want to see, in the next, not this coming Tuesday, because we're gonna have
maybe
Sydney here.
Maybe
on the other one, maybe we could talk about that and see what you guys want me to kind of like vlog for you that you guys want to see, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys, for sure. It's just gonna be, I think it's gonna be a great time together. I'm happy that Jeffy gets to come with our family. Yeah. We're going to be a party of about 27 or 28 people all together, because it's a small group that I have on Celebrity Ascent. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody that is going on the group got all the information today from me, because we're all meeting at the city center for our transportation from Rome.
That's a hack right
to
there.
yep, from
That could
Rome,
be a hack. Using the cruise line that
right.
provides
Transportation.
transportation. That's a hack. There you go, right there. If you don't want to use like a taxi or anything, you could probably use them.
Is Celebrity Ascend the one with the restaurant that moves out? Yes.
That would be the carpet.
That's the
magic
the
carpet.
magic. Let me the red carpet.
It's orange, yeah. So the magic carpet, yes. So they use it as a tender and they use it as a restaurant every now and then.
Yeah, they use it as a restaurant. They bring it down to I think it's level 5 or something like that, and then they use it as a restaurant and they bring it back up.
You know, I find that weird because there's cabins there. I never understood.
My cabin is right next to it.
I noticed that.
Yeah, my cabin is like right next to it.
My cabin is a few cabins
and that
down.
Is true from
okay.
Jen. It does not move while you're eating on it. No, it just stays put. They bring it down and they stay, and then you can have your dinner. And then once you get off of it, that's when they actually move it. Yeah, my cabin is literally like next right there on the corner.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So if there's people staying in their cabins, like that thing goes up and down. Wouldn't that like interfere?
No, because it doesn't. It's not going to stay in your cabin area. It goes either all the way down to
so it's not like
to 5.
Okay.
Where there's no balcony cabins that it'll obstruct.
Okay, gotcha.
And then it goes up to I think is it 14 or 15? I think it's deck 15, wherever the Lido deck is, and the pool area. So it'll stay up there most of the time.
All right, because I was more concerned about people there, like my privacy. I was concerned about me sticking a hand out and then having it chopped off by the thing. Oh no, okay. I mean, I don't know.
Your cabin is not even near that.
No, I'm talking about people there. Like if people stay, I know my cabin's
no, because where your cabin is and where it goes, it's not like right next to it.
There's
it looks like it. Oh yeah, there's a big space from it.
I don't know. People jump off it, maybe fall through. You know, all these scenarios that went through my head. I mean, I don't know.
I will say something. It's a little scurry.
It looks scurry.
It looks a little scurry when
okay.
you're up there. And if you're dangling, guys, you're dangling outside of the ship and you're sitting down and there's nothing because it's only like a little glass. Like you could literally go out there and you know, I don't know.
You crossed that bridge and the world America. Like, what? No.
I love the world.
That was cute. That was cute. Okay.
I love the world America. Oh my God, I'm so excited about World America.
But yeah, tips and tricks.
I know, right? Hacks. Oh my God, it's almost 8.
It's almost 8.
That's crazy.
Cruise hacks.
So you pull that up. What were you gonna say about that?
About what?
I don't know. You have the
I just put our excursions right here. Yeah. So wait,
he is ready.
Oh, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Wait, no, you were talking about the excursion, so I got confused. I don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about the different excursions because we're going to do the Destination Treasures of Messina.
This is Treasures of Messina, so that would be our first one.
In Sicily.
Picture it. 25. Boom. Super excited. She's going to be listening to that for a while. And then, for those of Golden Girl fans, know what I'm talking about.
And it's $116.99. For that excursion.
That's what yes.
And it lasts.
It's 4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
And then it starts at 10:45 a.m. And
that's not bad though.
No. I mean, it just takes us around Messina. Anyway, hacks. Yes.
That's what he wanted, Sicily. He was so happy to go to Sicily. So hopefully it'll be a nice time for Mr. Jeffy over there.
I just want her to have a good time, so that way she could just let it go.
Oh, we're gonna have a great time.
We're
gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
okay. Are you going to plan a group cruise on MSC World America? No, but keep an ear open. Keep an ear, because I will be planning a group cruise. On a world cruise, on an MSC World.
On an MSC World.
It's called the MSC World blank for right now. And I will be planning the first sailing out. So that's going to be like 2027 around there to give some people time. So
starts with an A. But there's a few now that starts with an A.
It's a MSC World. It hasn't been. Was it? Yeah, it was announced.
No.
It was announced. MSC World next month for me. Woo! Oh my God, Scott, let me tell you, you are going to have the time of your life. You don't understand. That ship is beautiful. I will give you a hack.
Uh-oh. Cruise
They do
outs.
they do have a speakeasy.
They do.
Shh, don't talk about it. You just got to find the coins.
Just figure it out.
Now, I will say something to you, and I'm speaking to Scott and everybody else that's listening to this live stream. The pizza and burgers, guys, you got to do it. Those wings, oh my, if you love wings, Scott, when you come back, please send me a message because I know you got my phone number or my IM. Send me a text and let me know how you liked it. Look at Danielle. I know where it is. Don't give it away. I'm not going to give it away.
Wait, what? The what?
Where the group cruise is.
Oh, yeah, I know where it is too.
But yeah, Scott, the pizza and burger is a must place to go. So check that out. Check out the speakeasy. See if you can get some coins. Put it on your channel. But those, and I know, I'm telling you because I know you and I order the wings together. Oh my God, Scott, there's wings galore, and you don't even gotta pay a single cent.
Oh,
it is free,
so
free,
delicious.
and you get fries or mac and cheese with it. You don't understand. You're gonna be down for another level. You're gonna be like, what? Yeah, because there's what is M asking?
Oh no, I mean no, I was just gonna let you finish. She said you gotta dress up nice for that shit.
For which one? For World America? No, they're always chill. That World America is kind of like a bougie kind of class. It looks so elegant inside, but with the flair of royal, kind of, but elegant. It's much elegant than your Oasis class. But the cliffhanger, guys, $5 to do the cliffhanger. Super cheap.
Super cheap.
Look at me, Carnival. I was gonna say the same
Carnival
thing.
who?
You don't understand, Scott. You're gonna be in for a treat. The cliffhanger, Scott, it is a must do. Make sure that you leave your camera on. And sometimes the people, the crew members will help you film it. But if you have I don't know, some people have the glasses with the camera.
Oh, you mean
on.
like the Ray-Bans or something that record? Like
that will be good also. Or you can have one of those selfie sticks, just put it outside and you can see yourself swing. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. If you need more information on it, just IM me or call me and I'll be more than happy to give you some info and insight on that ship. Right. But I will be going back on World America next year in April, God permitting. I will be going back in World. It's going to be the Expedia Anchor. Mm-hmm. And I missed it this year, but I missed it for something really cool because I would never in a World would have exchanged my group time with that. So my buddy has those glasses and I will have access. There you go. Oh, there you go. Got it. You're going to have the best view.
Yeah. So going back to M, it's your discretion. You could dress up nice if you want to. If you want to feel bougie and cute and whatever, then dress up. If you don't, then just be normal.
You just be normal. On main dining room, they don't ask you to come out, with the whole gala thing. Right. Just maybe some nice slacks and a nice shirt.
Some not a hat. Like someone would be like no hats, no shorts. So.
Yep. So you should be fine. So don't worry about booking World America. Let me tell you, ever since I got back, I don't even know how much World I have booked. I am world out.
You're world out.
But I even did World at Europa because I have people in World that says, you know what? I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Abu Dhabi. Just put me on there.
Put you on the World
Good
Europa.
Evening, Keith. Welcome.
Oh, hello.
I have Jeffy over here today, Keith. So yeah, guys. Oh my God, it's already a minute 4.
There you go. There you go.
Time just flies.
There you
I have to let you guys go.
It's that time, guys.
I don't want to let them go.
Oh, then keep talking. Yeah,
I know. Tomorrow, guys, we do have Across the Wave.
Yes.
It's one of the river cruises in Netherlands, right? We're going to the Netherlands tomorrow. Yes. Mm-hmm. Keith will not be with us because he has to work tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So please bear with us because the news is going to be us
doing the news.
So it's going to be fun. We're going to take over Keith's part. So we're going to see how we have to make Keith proud.
Yeah, that's a big shoes to fill. Yeah.
Wait, do we got a shout out? It's Christmas time!
Yeah, we're going to do that in honor of our Keith. Yes. Yes, we will.
Keith must be laughing over there.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is going to be our Across the Wave at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be coming from the port of Netherlands. It's an actual river cruise port. And we're going to be bringing that out to you guys tomorrow. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. So come back tomorrow and we're going to check that out.
Amsterdam, Netherlands. Right here.
Yep. And it's going to be a lot of fun with me and Jeffy.
Yep. Us two rocking the boat. Rocking the waves.
I hope you like my background. I have this little water thing, soothing,
serene
out there.
Yeah.
Have a good evening, Miss Jill. Thank you so much for being here.
Much for being
Love
here.
you, girl. So yeah, I did something a little different. I'm gonna pull us out so that you guys can look at how beautiful that looks. I actually took that out on our last cruise on the Carnival Celebration while Jen and Donnell and her beautiful Lexi and I were having dinner with my daughter. I just left my camera rolling. So Jen, remember when I told you I left my camera rolling? Well, that's the footage. That is the footage on the back. And I will always share that trip. So that's the reason why I did it, so that I can have it in the background here.
Awesome.
So guys, with that being said, thank you so much for being here today with us, with Jeffy and I. Jeffy was here helping me. So I said, you know what, let's do it together.
Let's just do it together. Why not?
Why not? He's part of the team anyway. So so thank you guys for being here on another live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this cruise hacks and tips that we provided. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys all to the moon and back, and toodles.
Bye guys. What? Toodles. That's your thing. That's your thing. Bye guys. Thank you. Oh yeah.
This is so much fun.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Bye guys. Love you all. God bless you all. See you tomorrow.